start crying all alone in the bathroom. I just wanna be by your side all the time, standing tall, your hand in mine. I don't wanna know where I might be without you, 'cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And if I ever mention I loved you from the start, I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 We got four white walls and a window with a city view, and there's no one else that I'd rather come home to. Up all night, flashing lights, counting cranes out in the sky. I don't wanna know where I might be without you, 'cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And if I ever mention I loved you from the start, I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 You got my friends ain't crooked and I'm such a mess. Spill every drink on every dress, and you just smile, shake your head. Saw it coming 'cause you know me best. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than right here with you. Promise, please, you won't go anywhere without me. You got my heart. 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 We know thrills at 17, chasing every high, jumping off, no safety net. No, we be fire. I know when did we grow up and start to say no thrills, no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills, no thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. I got filters in my head, locks on all my doors. Scared of losing what I have. I don't risk things anymore. When did I wake up and start to say no thrills, no thrills for me? Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills, no thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. No thrills, no thrills, no thrills for me. No thrills, no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. Shutting all this panic in my mind. Promise, I swear I've been doing fine. No, I'm not alone and feeling like no thrills, no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills, no thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. In my mind, in my mind, in my mind, in my mind. Oh, oh, No thrills, no thrills for me. No thrills, no thrills for me. Take all your banners, they say paint them white and promise you will wave them when the sky is falling down. We mind the manners, not our heads, but if we're honest, all our flags are miles behind us on the ground. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. If we're naive, at least we think we're sure of something. I'm not worried up late, losing sleep at night. We drew our lines and met up right around the middle. I'll be okay as long as you're here by my side. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. I think I've been thinking too much. Held myself in check, but it's been one of those months where I feel everything a little too much, too deep. And I got 4 A's sitting pretty in my hand, but late at night I'm praying now the dice are gonna land until my heart is racing and I'm stressing in my sleep. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. Tricks on me now, tricks on me now, tricks on me now. sugar on my ear and tell me something sweet. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. Tricks on me now, tricks on me now, tricks on me now. Tricks on me now, tricks on me now, tricks on me now. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. It's been a while, we haven't talked. I had some time to think us through. I promise I'm not looking for you, but here you are in all the words I thought I'd say. Have given up, but gotten lost in one good look in your two eyes. I'm on the floor. I thought that door was shut. I guess it's all that it takes. 6 months over, I feel so good. Are these feelings taking over me? I know I swore don't need no more. Are these feelings taking over me? Were you with both your empty arms and me with no self-control? I never stood a chance, and now I guess that it's too late. 'Cause I can barely say hello, and I know that I can hold on my peace like no hard feelings at all, and start all over again. 6 months over, I feel so good. Are these feelings taking over me? I know I swore don't too much. I think I miss you too much. Are these feelings taking over me? I don't wanna know where I might be without you. Very sad crying all alone in the bathroom. I just wanna be by your side all the time, standing tall, your hand in mine. I don't wanna know where I might be without you. 'Cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And if I ever mention I loved you from the start, I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 We got four white walls and a window with a city view. And there's no one else that I'd rather come home to. Up all night, flashing lights, counting cranes out in the sky. I don't wanna know where I might be without you. 'Cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And if I ever mention I loved you from the start, I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 You got my friends ain't crooked and I'm such a mess. Spill every drink on every dress and you just smile, shake your head. Saw it coming 'cause you know me best. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than right here with you. Promise, please, you won't go anywhere without me. You got my heart. 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 We know thrills at 17, chasing every high, jumping off, no safety net. No, we be fire. I know when did we grow up and start to say no thrills, no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills, no thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. I got filters in my head and locks on all my doors. Scared of losing what I have. I don't risk things anymore. When did I wake up heart from racing all the time. Study all this panic in my mind. Promise, I swear I've been doing fine. No, I'm not alone and feeling like no feels for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No feels for me.
All right, everybody, it is unexpected victory time, and we got a real special one here tonight. All Canadian matchup, unexpected victory versus White Noise, and you might notice a familiar name on the team of White Noise we're looking at right now. Revelite, former player on Unexpected Victory, former IGL, doing it right here on Inferno, which is beautiful. I love the narrative that's coming into this game for all this, because we've seen Revelite specifically on this map do so much work with the op, holding down the B side, tons of highlight reel moments, and I'm excited to see how this team that knows this player, this team that's gonna know that he's gonna want to really show up in this game. And also for White Noise, this is a big game for the standings. They're at 8 wins. They're 1 away from that nice 9-win mark. I believe actually, because it's a shorter season, 8 wins might actually still be enough. I'm not 100% sure on that. That's complicated math I don't feel like figuring out. But either way, both teams pretty high in the standing here in the IM division. Both teams looking to keep that going further. In fact, UV1 is actually basically tied for first place in the entire division. A win back, but has played less games than another team, and another team only has 1 loss. That is first place. So UV1, I believe, one of only 2 teams with only 1 loss so far in the season. So very impressive stuff for UV1, of course. So they want to keep that going. They obviously want that full momentum going into the playoffs. But again, you're just set up here nicely against Revelite's team, and it's also interesting too, because if you look at the history here of White Noise, they are on a 2-game losing streak, but those are 2 games they did not have Revelite, who does seem to be a driving force on this team for sure. Sort of like the top fragger, I believe, is actually Galifi. I think that's how you pronounce that name. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce that name. They're out here. We see that there's some Stitches fans in here in the chat. That's cool with me, man. I love seeing the other teams sometimes coming in just to check out the broadcast for the other team. It's cool stuff. So it's gonna be a crazy match, because maybe there's a little bit of, just a little bit of that driving force. It's regular season. It's not the playoffs, but these 2 teams want to send a message. I don't know how much Revelite talks about his time on UV1 with these guys. Probably not a whole lot until just before this match, but it'd be interesting to see if he goes, I really want us all to show up in this match, because he will want to show up UV1. You know that for sure. And then on this side, on UV1, the interesting thing is, to me, is in interviews they don't think about the other team a whole lot coming into a match. They just go, we're just gonna do our game the best way. So for all I know, UV1 doesn't even know Revelite's on this match until they see his name there. To be completely honest, I actually think that's how dialed in these players are here on UV1, that they're not even thinking about that stuff. Me, I'd be thinking about that stuff. I think about narrative stuff all the time. Even if I was a player or whatever, it's probably not healthy. But I would be thinking about that, getting really excited about it. I know even times I played traditional sports, I play Ultimate at a relatively high level, and if I was playing that sport and I knew I was going up against a team, it's time to go up against my brother in different leagues and stuff. And I know I always want to step up in those moments because I'm playing against people I know. So that's the stuff I think about it, and it's super fun. And we are getting right into it now as we head into this ninth round, decide sides here on Inferno, which again will be a very exciting map. UV1 has been showing marked improvement on this map this season. It was a little bit of a struggle last season, this map. It was, I believe, the only map they lost on in the regular season at certain times, but they've definitely shored off a lot of parts of this map. A lot of what they do on CT side itself. Look at this standoff between these two. It's all spaghetti western. No one wants to commit first. Oh my gosh, this is the most, I think yesterday I was saying this is one of the most passive knife rounds. This is actually the most passive knife round. But either way, they're gonna get this knife round over with. But like I was saying, There's definitely a map that they shored up, and I feel like they shored up a lot of weaknesses, and we'll see how it goes today, because they're really put up to the test against us. I actually do think this White Noise team is a very, very good team. Again, 2 losses in a row that was without Revlight. One of those losses against New Haven, which is also UV1 singular loss in the season, was against that team. So you know that's a very, very strong team. So definitely awesome. Absolutely huge for what's going to go on here. Very excited for this match as we get into this pistol round. And yeah, definitely some exciting stuff. Oh yeah, I love what's going on in the chat. Not gonna lie, but I gotta focus on the match, folks. We're watching here as Stitches and Galifi are trying to decide whether they put into here. Relatively passive pistol round so far. Aglet right now holding the back of sight here on B, but nothing quite going on yet. Let's see what Vampy sees as Revlight does peek over here in mid. Vampy and Revlight meet, but they just fire a single bullet at each other. No one hits anything. Minute 20 still left to go. They're starting to move towards the B site now, it looks like. Vampy, though, backing off. No, they are heading back to the A. Everything is chill. Everything is just chill. Still a minute and 5 seconds low, so clearly patient play being the call here. I don't know if Revlight's the IGL of this team. He was, of course, on UV1 when he was on UV1, so maybe he's making this call to be passive. I don't know. 50 seconds left. It's still just a pistol round, so we really don't know what's happening 100%. Vampy shooting through the smoke here. Same with Revlight there, as he is starting to move up long. But Vampy's going to walk right up to... They might potentially just meet face-to-face in this smoke, but Revlight's sitting in the middle of it. Smoke dissipates. Vampy has backed off a bit. Revlight finds him, but missing a couple pistol shots here. Only 30 seconds left to go. They're starting to make a hit towards the B side, and here it comes now. Damos trying to flash out and help out Aglet, but Aglet gets taken down. Damos now with his USP is trying to shoot from back of the garden here. He gets one of them. He stalls for a short moment. Revlight picking up that frag. We're going to see if the retake's going to be able to come in here as they start to make their way in here. Naft moving through Church here, trying to get something done, but he gets taken out by Revlight. Vampy then ends up going down. Revlight, in fact, popping off against his former team already in this pistol round. Alpha, the last one left against 4. Alpha starting to move up through Banana here. He'll do a little bit of damage here. He's down to 9 HP, though. He does take down Rev. Creative ending up finishing off the last frag. So White Noise will win the pistol round and go up 1-0. Exciting stuff. Solid pistol round there. What patience shown by White Noise. If that is... Be curious to see if that's what they basically plan to do the whole time out. Sometimes, you know, pistol rounds, people just play a little bit faster, play a little bit looser, but patience shown there. They eventually make the hit onto the B side, and we'll see if they can do more of that. Revlight already on the AK. Awarded that for his 3 frags that he was able to get in the pistol round. Stitches flashing up here. He's got himself on a Galil. Deagles, of course, on UV1. Stitch is starting to walk up here. We'll meet up, get him behind Vampy and take him down. Alpha will trade that kill, but he's down to 5 HP himself. And then Naft is able to finish off Galifi as he comes in to help out Alpha, but Revlight does finish off Naft eventually. So we're back to a 3v2, advantage UV1 on this deco here. So good job by UV1 to win that fight up in apps. Revlight firing through. 55 seconds left to go. And they are going to start making their way somewhere. Aggressive push through Banana here for UV1. Trying to see if they can get in behind them, because they are heading over towards the A site now. Are 2 members left of White Noise. 40 seconds left to go, of course, on this round. Aglet will find the 1 Deeg. Takes down Revelite. Lines up that shot nicely. Patiently lined up that shot, I might add. Creative, though. He's going to throw this Molly into pit. Alpha sitting there. He does take him out as he was down to 5 HP only, so Creative will get this bomb plant, but now he's going to defend it against 2. Eggy and Damos going to come and approach this one here. See if Creative has anything about him. He's a little bit flanked here. Damos starting to fire his deagle at him. Aglet gets taken down. Creative down to 5 HP. Damos going to reload. Ooh, he pulls it off. He was flashed a little bit, so he has to find this bomb, but he will find it. Will take the round after losing the pistol, which we've seen a lot of in recent games, actually. Whether UV1 would win the pistol round or the other team would win the pistol round. Either way, lots of second round wins by the pistol round losing team. Just an interesting note. Not like that's a crazy thing to happen, but it's just been happening more often than you expect it to. Deimos also picking up the AK, which is pretty significant there too as well. They'll be able to rifle up over here. Everyone else buying M4s, FAMAS and Egglet. And now White Noise is going to be the team forcing to go with pistols here. So we'll see if they're going to be able to win a round on this one with a little bit less weaponry. So good start for UV1, assuming they win this round too as well. But they have White Noise moving through Banana. We'll see how they move into this one. Deimos holding down here, Egglet on planters. Do they push through right now? Revlight's flashing in. Egglet again on planters, is waiting for things to get in. Deimos gonna make first contact. Egglet will pick up the first frag. In fact, he gets 2, but it ends up getting traded. So 3v3 is what's left off over here. Vampy shooting through the smoke, getting a decent amount of damage. Lots of low members left here on White Noise. Vampy will pick off 1. Bomb is planted. Flashing out here. Teammates starting to join him slowly here. But Vampy will lead the charge here. He's into Garden already. Pretty good post-plant positions, though, for White Noise. They were able to achieve their nap, though, finishing off one more target that will leave Creative all by himself. He's trying to fight them off. Will not be able to do so as Alpha picks up that last frag. An unexpected victory will defuse this bomb and get ourselves into another round here. 2 in a row for UV1. All right, and we're going to get full rifle around both sides. Revelite on the op. Again, we've seen him do crazy stuff on this map, so very excited to see how this goes down and how UV1 handles it, how Revelite comes here to play. He's got zoomer energy from what I remember from Revelite. He very much will go in there, try to get some no-scope, try to get some big flicks. So relies on fast hands, really, to get it done. And it's exciting to watch. But can you afford to do that against UV1? We'll definitely see. They are starting to make their way over towards the A site. As Stitches is here into short. Alpha again in the backup pit. They're going to throw a molly at him. Nate coming in from Naps in the middle of the site. He's going to walk out here, though, but he finds Pike. Pike takes him down. Pike finishing up now. Pike now with a 3K. Course hyping up Revelite this whole time, and then Pike comes in here to get things nicely on their first rifle round. They'll get 3K here. Deimos and Egglet, of course, are back to the B site, so we'll see if they decide to rotate or if they decide to save. Right now, it looks like save. Because, yeah, they are just staying here, and that makes enough sense to me. So, it'll be a tie game, 2 for 2 on both sides, and a close one in the all-Canadian matchup. Ooh, this one's tense and exciting. There's a nervous energy kind of surrounding this game, of course. Like, yeah, the narrative stuff I talked about, obviously. Former teammates, and we see people in chat very excited about this game too, really want to get this one going for both sides. And yeah, this is a UV1 homer stream, so it affords me to be a little less biased, well, a little more biased actually, is what I mean. So, like, we do side on UV1 here, but it's exciting to see fans of both sides ready to come here and ready to get things going. And it's a close one already. 2-2 is the score. A couple FAMASs right now on unexpected victory, so they have a little bit worse weaponry. See if that works out as we watch Egglet get on top of planters here once again. Default by White Noise. Again, I wonder if they're a default heavy team, and potentially that is what we're seeing. Stitch is making a ton of noise here, but no one kind of around there yet. One person has made their way through Banana halfway through here. Potentially the bomb is making its way too as well, so maybe it's a B hit. It's been held down well by Deimos and Egglet so far. Anytime they have tried this, but again, fairly patient play here from White Noise, trying to see if they can bait out any sort of utility. We're hearing flashes go down. 50 seconds left to go. 5 of them committed on Banana now, so here comes the hit towards them. Deimos going to start this off with a nice little molly here. Aglet again on top of Flanders. So Deimos in the middle of sight. Taking a little bit of damage here. Aglet pops off his head and takes down 2. Deimos eventually goes down. He gets rid of from the fire. Getting a little more damage here. Vampy has come to help, though, and he's taken down 2 for himself as well. So Revelite is now by himself, 1v3. He's moving back through Banana, potentially towards A site to see if they over-rotate. But will Alphite meet with him, or will Revelite decide to save it? He does have the op, so of course, trying to get on site with an op is a fairly awkward thing to do, so he will hold this one down. UV1 will take the victory there. So again, B-site hits have been held well by Deimos Aglet. They just do more damage than they take. Yeah, they both went down, but again, they've done a great job defending that site so far in this game and all season, really. 3-2, close game. Still right here. Pretty important round. Economy-wise, winning this for either side should be pretty darn good. Especially depending on how much you win it by. They go for the nade stack, but White Noise not in that area. UV1 does punish a lot of aggressive teams that do that. Here you go, Revelite now moving up. Minute 24 still to go here. Revelite with the op, looking towards Banana. Gonna leave the bomb behind just in case. UV1 though playing pretty far back on the site. It's worked for them. They've been able to stay back here and not have to challenge Banana, concede control of that, which sometimes you don't like. I've actually had my own criticism of it, but if you do what you know well so much better, then it's fine. You know what I mean? Like there's an idea that you really want Banana control because it gives you like a big portion of the map. But like if you hold what Deimos and Aglet do on this site so well, and we've seen it so far in this game already, maybe you could afford to concede it. I think they've basically discovered they can afford to concede that because what they do in holding down their side of the map so well anyway. It looks like it is going to be another B hit. Kratos walking in first, gets the entry frag in, takes down Aglet. That's something they haven't been able to do yet, is get the clean first frag. Nath has come to join though, and Deimos picks up another one. So we got a numbers advantage now for UV1, and we're sitting at 4v3 after a good quick couple of frags. Pike taking some damage over here, as he's, I believe, probably met up with Naft. They're continuing to come up in here. Naft firing through, Vampy through the smoke. They get the bomb planted. Can they do enough to defend this? Vampy shooting through that smoke. Revelite does get a wallbang, it looks like, so we're at 3v3. He's gonna flash out. Deimos trying to challenge him. Deimos does get it. Oh, what a time for the camera switch. Sorry about that. Pike, though, finds 2 targets for himself. So all of a sudden, it's just Alphite now by himself. He's going to go for the hero play. Flashes himself in. I don't think there's enough time for you to do this, my dude. Galifi will finish off that last one, and we're back to a tie game, 3 apiece. Huge play by Pike we've seen so far in this match. Has definitely been a difference maker. Like I said, save round coming up here. Nice little eco here. And that did feel like an important round because it felt like a round you win means you win 2 in a row. UV1 has one in a sort of an eco, right? They saved after the pistol round, losing the pistol round, and then won that round, so they definitely have that with them. But you know, they weren't up against full AKs and an op, so it's a little bit of a different story here to do it this time around. Crossfire setup situation here from Naft and Vampy, but so far they seem very, very content with hitting this B site, and hey, it's a close game. Can Deimos and Aglet do enough different things on this site to slow down the White Noise attack? Here's some mollies. Here comes the execute. They're waiting on it now. They're going to get some help. It's coming in the form of Naft, but they slowed him down enough here. Kratos, though, jumps up and takes down 1. Naft is going to be able to find a kill. Deimos eventually going down. Naft now back into church. They're gonna get this nice easy bomb plant here. Nap just trying to do damage to his wall. Meanwhile, Alpha coming up through Banana. Has gotten in behind. Finds Stitches, but Stitches ends up winning that firefight. We tuneed the Vampy here into Garden. Naf still making more noise. Not a whole lot of time left here. Vampy finds the 1 Deeg. There's so many people still left on site. Vampy pre-fires around that corner. Oh, he finds another one. Another one in the corner. He gets an AK and then takes him out. But eventually he goes down. I don't think there's enough time for this. So Naf is just trying to go for this kill. He'll find Stitches. He'll get that last kill. He will pick up an AK. He won't be able to save it. He can't get away in time. But hey, ton of damage done by UV1 there on that one on the eco. So a good eco for them in their books. Of course, would have liked the AK to have at least been kept. That actually would have been a decent difference maker. As UV1 will likely have to save up here again. Dooley's on Naf. But they did a ton of damage to White Noise. Look at this. They have to all buy AKs, which is great. But, like, look at the money. It's not perfect. As Deimos hits a 1 Deeg on Banana. I talked about so much about how they play this pretty far back. And that's when you get the opportunity. When you do something consistently, you have the opportunity to change up. Speaking of change up, they're moving their way over to the A site maybe for the first time this game, and they're getting a bunch of frags for it. It's now suddenly a 3v2 despite that nice start from Deimos with that 1 Deeg. Egglet potentially wanted to rotate over here, or they're going to be happy with grabbing this AK. Bomb planted now. Two v3, and again, yeah, they're deciding to save here because they did find an AK. Maybe Deimos tries to find a 1 Deeg from this position. We've seen it before. But anyway, honestly, like, not a bad couple save rounds. We joked last interview with Deimos about how, like, is it really a save round if you buy Deagles? Like, it kind of doesn't really feel like one. And heck, they were able to kill 5 of them last round. Oh, I should have kept my camera on Deimos. I should have known that was going to happen. Well, and they picked up another AK, so absolutely huge save round again, I would say, by UV1. Now they're going to put the rifle up here, and they're going to have to want to win this round. This one becomes the important one because, yeah, this is the one where, again, winning this round feels like a few in a row. It's coming out in case anyone peeks out there, but White Noise opting to play fairly back once again. Flashing for Revelate. He's got the op again. Vampy nading off mid in case anyone comes by. A couple of them again peeking through B site. They flash in here. Revelate takes a peek. See if Deimos or Egglet or anyone. He doesn't know who's there, theoretically. Spectate Naf with the dualies. I have a 2-minute delay, or I would have actually acquiesced that request. But I don't have the ability to do that now because that's a previous round. But here we go. Looks like the hit coming towards the A site. Vampy holding it under quad. He finds a frag, has to get out of the fire, will do so. Good job to grab that one frag. So now, White Noise have to make a decision. They have 35 seconds left on this round. Revelate's starting to walk through with this op. Does he get some help? Again, 25 seconds left to go, so they don't have a whole ton of time here. Who will be the first point of contact? 15 seconds. They got to move now if they plan to move whatsoever. There's a couple mollies going down. Deimos is going to be able to finish off a 1, but unfortunately was switching guns at an awkward timing. So they do get a couple frags here. They're going to get this bomb plant. Unless it gets stopped here right away. No, they do get this bomb plant. So 3v3 here for the retake. Ooh. This round would sting to lose, I'm not going to lie. But here's Vampy walking through church into garden now. We got help from Alpha and Naf. Naf making noise there again. Vampy walking up. Gets help from a flash to walk in and take down 2. Creative ending up finishing up a frag, but they know where he is. Creative finishes off another one. Naf fakes the defuse here, trying to force Creative to come peek out. Creative does it. Huge clutch by him. He gets 4K on this round, and this round feels stolen by White Noise. Absolutely gigantic play by White Noise and company. Creative and company. White Noise is the entire team. But still, with only like 15 seconds left, they didn't have the plant off. They're able to get the B site. Deimos with the unfortunate timing of switching between his molly and his gun. So he doesn't get that first pick that might have been gigantic. Or he did eventually get it, but like slightly too late, you know what I mean? So Deagle's on UV1 once again. They have to save here once again. They've had good save rounds, but, you know, eventually you need round conversions. Naf in an aggressive spot here with the 5-7. Wins him an AK. Here's Pike meeting up with Naf now. He's got a molly. He's going to throw it right at him. But Naft... Talk about a round stolen. Well, here's a gun stolen by Naf, so good start from there. Remember, last game was kind of one off Naf doing something similar, taking down an Opper. There's Naf and Vampy picking up a couple more frags here. Well, we talked about good save rounds. This is about as good as a save round gets. You're up 5v2 now. You picked up an Op and an AK. So Vampy holding it here and long. Smoke coming through, but can't quite get anything done here. So they're starting to move potentially towards this A site. Naf doing huge work in this game so far. Here's Vampy. Misses the op shot, so Creative takes down the Opper. Absolutely gigantic here for White Noise. Naft sitting in the middle of the site here. Will surprise Pike. Tries for the spray transfer. Doesn't quite get it. Can Creative clutch it once again? He's got 2 frags so far. There's 3 to go. He's challenging here with Alphite. He's going to get the plant down. Alphite's starting to move up now. Alphite moves aggressively, but Creative finds another pick. 3 frags for Creative. He's reloading his AK now. Deimos and Egglet here. Oh, Creative with 4! Only Deimos left, but Deimos finishes them off with the Deagle. Ooh, Creative almost having 2 absolutely monster rounds, just carrying his back on his team. He gets one of them in the previous round, but this one, Deimos is the last one standing to win the Battle Royale here. White Noise up 6-4. Ooh. Creative, absolutely insane over here, just doing absolute work for this team. We had Stitches fans in the stats. We had me talking about Revlight over it. Me talking about Galifi a little bit just by looking at pregame stats. And then it's been all Creative. Pike has stepped up at different times. It's been pretty cool to see this White Noise team have a similarly balanced attack to Unexpected Victory. Again, this is a team that lots of times we talk about Vampy, but we just know how balanced they actually are and how everyone gets stuff done. Nate doing a decent amount of damage over here. So both teams are exemplifying that. They're both showing off how strong it is, how good and how important it is to have a fully balanced team that leads to this close game. The ecos for UV1, though, have been kind of the story. Revlight gets on site, puts it on the plant. Naf trying to stop the bomb carrier. They will get the bomb planted, but at least he gets the frag. Naf meets up with Revlight, takes him down. Galifi, though, takes down Alphite on the other side of him. Stitch is walking up through the smoke here, gets around and right on top of Naf. 2v2 left here. Deimos trying to retake here with this op. Switching over to his Deagle, will find that shot here. Egglet ends up going down to Stitches. But Galifi will run out here. Deimos goes for the fake. Oh, Galifi gets all the way down here. He tries to fake it again. He knows he just has to kill him. There's no other way around it. Galifi does a good job of holding that one down. That was an eco round for White Noise. So suddenly, the anti-egos aren't working very good team. tons of rounds win by Eco. Huge back and forth action here. White Noise up 7-4 though. Oh, look at this hero rifle in the biggest sense of the word. Sometimes you see like the one AK safe from a previous round while everyone else is on a pistol, but it's just Deimos with an op by himself. Unfortunately though, runs into a molly. He's down to 37 HP already. Again, so UV1 play back of B so often. They go for the change up here again to see if they're being aggressive works out for them. Here's Naf just walking into the apartments, casually getting a 1 deke across the map. Nice play from Naf. Vampy challenging now. Galifi, though, gets it done. Pike gets it behind Alpha and takes him down 2. So now all of a sudden we're in a 5v2. And they'll start moving over onto the A site. Egglet and Deimos here sitting on B, likely to save that op. Plant comes down for Revelite. Again, this won't be contested by Unexpected Victory. It'll be 8-4 for White Noise. So huge lead here for White Noise. They're getting things done. They're starting to cross their T's here as you know, a bunch of ecos have gone really, really in favor of UV1. Even the other ones that they lost, this is like the cleanest anti-eco from White Noise so far. But again, they got an eco win for themselves, so they kind of like even that up. Effectively 1.5 now for White Noise. UV1 looking to do a little bit more damage here with a couple rounds left to go in the half. Unexpected Victory now. Definitely need to do a little bit more damage here on the CT side if they want to get it done. They got a good T side, of course, on this map, but you know, much worse than 9-6 is pretty scary. Deimos here with the op. Again, a little more forward than he's been in some previous rounds. Stitches. Staring into apps. Backs away. Again, we've had some like pretty heavy action rounds in a row. Maybe we're kind of due for like a bit of a calmer one. And White Noise, again, early on showed a very default heavy, very calm play. Let's see if that's the case here. Well, Creative now knows there's an opera there. So does the rest of their team. Nice initial pick there by Deimos. Deimos moves back a little bit here. But 40 seconds left to go. And while that time ticking usually feels bad, sometimes this is totally fine. Here's utility being fired off from Egglet. Deimos doing the same. They're starting to get on site here. Egglet's going to start to peek around, get themselves to aggressive spot. Fine, Stitches takes him down, turns around, tries to get another, but eventually he's taken out. Pike working him down. Revelite eventually finishing off Egg. Deimos here with the op. Trying to get it done. Vampy comes and helps, takes off one. Deimos picks off the other. That leaves Galifi, who eventually goes down. So, solid win for Unexpected Victory. They got to do 2 more for this half. Pause being put forward. Not sure for a reason why. I don't know. Don't even know who would pause there. Maybe White Noise pause and say, hey, yo, let's just calm down. Everything's fine. But again, it could also be UV1. UV1 not using a whole lot of pauses, though, this season. Like, there was some times there I think there was a tech pause, and I later find out, oh, it was actually a tech pause. And I was like, oh, okay. So, UV1 not a big pauser so far. But here we'll get back into the action as Timeout timer. Winds down here. We'll get back into it. Again, White Noise up 8-5. UV1 getting a nice win in the last round. Let's see how they go here. Demo's gonna go up here with a nade. Getting that bit of the nade stack. Does not hit anybody. They're actually going to leave Egglet here a little bit by himself, but Demos playing way, way back now. Egglet on top of planters. I think they noted how slowly they actually kind of walk up onto the site. So here's Egglet with a good molly here. They're trying to jump through it. Egglet will spray down one. He's going to back off down into the smoke. Also here, Demos in garden. Sees the one come up. He takes him down. Clean round so far, 5v3. Demos picking up one more. Vampy's going to continue shooting through there. Demos getting another frag. He's got 3 so far. They continue moving forward onto site. Pike trying to deal with attack. Alphyte takes him down. UV1, 8-6. 6-8, probably more accurately to say. UV1 now winning 2 rounds in a row. Pretty solid for them. They made this 8-7. They certainly would have momentum going into the second half. Especially with White Noise needing to save here now. White Noise take this round. That's scary stuff. But if UV1 do what they should do, it'll be 8-7. And again, would have all the momentum going in the second half, so that's huge. But White Noise have definitely put up quite a fight. They've also won an eco for themselves so far in this half, so we definitely know it's possible. 8-7 just feels appropriate. How close these two teams feel like they are in skill level. Seems right there. Nice nade from Naft. All right, Auto Director, I want to zoom back into Naft. So looks like he's doing work. Some shots being fired around him, but he's sitting here waiting for them to get on site here. He will find Stitches here. He takes them down. Alphyte's going to contribute a kill for himself. Vampy gets one more too. Alphyte now suddenly with 2 more frags. He's at the 14 HE. He's sitting in pit, but doing well. Revlight is able to find one more pick. He takes down Vampy. Then he takes down Demos. Revlight now fully backing off. But he's certainly done damage on this round. He's got 2 more opponents to deal with. Alphyte tagged quite a bit here. He's to his right. But Egglet... Oh, he takes down Egglet. So suddenly it's just Alphyte. Ooh, Revelite carries that round. Huge against his former team. 4K on the eco. You can call it a hero rifle in that round. There was one rifle bot for White Noise, but that was definitely a round that should have went to UV1. That's another one stolen. I note 2 rounds that to me feel like they were stolen by White Noise. And when you're teams that feel like they're this close, when you steal rounds, that makes this different. That 9-6, it's exactly what that is. Absolutely monster rounds coming forward. Just feels disgusting that Revelate was able to do that. And again, with all the narrative of this being his former team, that's just even more to add to it. Talked about coming into this half out, it felt like, hey, that would be the momentum. It'd be, hey, UV1 would have momentum going to the second half if this was an 8-7. But that feels stolen back here. All being said, we know UV1, like, just sometimes when, like, the inevitable kind of happens, a round doesn't go your way or whatever, that doesn't feel super great. Maybe a couple rounds, like in this case, in this first half, they seem to be a team that steps up in the second half, and it's just fine. So they're going to need that to come into play in the second half for sure. They move on to the T side. Let's see how much work they're going to be able to get this one done. Again, White Noise up 9-6 in the all-Canadian matchup. Revlight popping off against his former team the last round of the half. Looking to get it done. Flash coming from Naft. Did they place one aggressively? A couple of CT members are moving through A apps, so they're through there. They are playing pretty high up here, trying to get this one here. Flash comes through, Creative jump peaks. Sees that they're here, so they're starting to back off now. Creative trying to land a few shots here. Alpha ends up getting the first frag as we continue to watch Creative back away. He takes more damage. Oh, down to 1 HP. Literally as low as gets. Pike, meanwhile, trying to fight with Naft here, but eventually gets taken down. Revelite into Banana, trying to get some work done for himself too as well. He moves forward now. Naft sees him. Naft's trying to fire at him. Deimos finds one more pick here. Galifi, though, finds one for himself too as well. They're starting to walk up to the site now. Galifi taking done damage. He's down to 2. They opt to back off here. They're going to save an upgraded pistol and armor. But UV1 will take the pistol round victory. Puts them right back into it. Huge. 10-6 always feels scary. Losing the pistol round when being behind in the first half always feels scary, so huge for UV1 to win that one. Pike moving up to Banana. Sees wall smoke. Deimos! That's illegal. That shot is, that's ridiculous. We see him do that time and time again. Frankly, one of the best I've ever seen doing, just like knowing like specific angles, just knowing where people are going to be and just like finding that kind of shot. He does that. His other spawn does too, that he just does something like that every time. And it's impressive. Meanwhile, Aglet doing his own impressive thing, walking up and shooting someone in the face. Always impressive to me. 5v3 now, 4 UV1, so they're going to start moving on to this A site. Revelate trying to hold it down with the scout. He's going to back off now. Wait for some teammates to come help him out. Bomb planted. Molly's coming out. Creative's going to meet up with Alphite. Nice shot from Creative. So he'll take down one more. This will be another round win. Bring it to 9-8. They'll back away from the A site. Is it enough for Deimos to live from here? Alright, cool. I actually like... One of my things is that I actually never really know how far away from the bomb you have to be on like, a lot of sites. I actually don't know like oh, if I have this much HP, I could be here and it's fine. That's like stuff I just like never think about because when I'm playing, I'm just like, get me out of here. I don't want any chance of danger. So I'm just like, does he live there? Cool. I should register to that in my brain and know that for the future. 5 stack from White Noise. They're just moving through mid aggressively. Galifi will open things up, get that first frag here. Vampy, though, answers 1. Creative will then move around and take him down. Naft sprays down Creative. 3v3 now. Alpha taking a little bit of damage from the scout, probably. Deimos. He does that again. Just walking up the mid and just finding that one deep. Whenever anyone peeks there, he just knows that crosshair placement. Really, it's just superior crosshair placement. They're moving on to site here. Pike trying to get some damage through the smoke, but they let this bomb planted here, so it'll be 2v3 for this retake. Alpha with best gun on the map here with that AK. But here's Pike walking through church, looking for a target. Potentially was trying to find some picks here. Maybe they're not truly challenging this. They can definitely do some exit frag damage here for sure. because they got that range advantage with the Deagles on these Mac 10s. Alphite at low HP. They trade 1 for 1. They get 1 down, but Naf finishes off 2 more there. 3K for Naf. Naf quietly having a pretty good round for himself. 15 frags so far. Speaking of that, leaders on the team, Deimos right now, leading the server. Creative leading his team. Revlite and Naf not far behind either one of those. Vampy also with 14. Lots of work being put in. So we're down, tied to 9-9. We're getting full rifle round here. Naf to note on that Mac 10, but looks like by choice. Alphite starts this one off, taking down Revlite here in Banana. Pike in a pretty aggressive spot. Still hanging out here. He'll take 2 nades to the face and go down to 4 HP. That smoke will potentially get him out of there. Vampy, meanwhile, on the other side of the map, picked up a frag. Pike getting away from there. Ooh, someone with that 4 HP, that's for sure. That's crazy. Flash coming up for Neft. And now they make their way to attack this B site. You're throwing another molly there. Smart, just in case he's still hung out there, honestly. So he takes... And out here, Pike, in fact, moved all the way back towards the B site. Or A site, excuse me. Guess with that one pick by Vampy, it might have convinced them, hey, they might have all come this way. But meanwhile, both teams are just stacked on the other side, but they don't really know that. Vampy, though, he's still fighting another pick, so they might be completely convinced that they're still here on this A site. In fact, they're still just waiting to see if Vampy does any more work. I mean, he's the only one that could potentially meet in action. We'll stick the camera on him for a little while. He's throwing up mollies. He's making it seem like this is definitely where they're at. But at this point, UV1 basically got to know that they're uncontested over on that B side. So they get the bomb plant here. And over on the other side of the map, potentially, yeah, Pike and Kratom are going to save those one. UV1 will wrestle back this lead. Again, remember where we were when it was 9-6. Revel like stealing that round to end the half there, put it to 9-6, and it was like, oh man, that's a momentum taker. But you win 4 rounds in a row here. Yeah, there's egos involved and stuff, but you win the rifle round too. Cleanly. No one goes down on your team. Naf still has a Mac 10 because he's just like, yo, bonus. Big win there. Take that with 0 casualties. 4 rounds in a row here for UV1 to wrestle back the lead. They're up 10-9 now. White Noise decision time. They can afford, theoretically, to buy up here, but it would put them broke after that. But yeah, that is exactly what they're doing. They're on max loss bonus, so makes enough sense. Here's Naf throwing out some nades. Going for the aggressive play. He's in the middle of a bunch of fire, but he somehow gets the first frag anyway. Tries to throw down a molly. He will at least get that down. But that will be a 1-for-1 trade. I love... See, one of the things I really like about Inferno is I love, like the choice differences you kind of have on this map a lot. Like, you see UV1 play the defense so far back there on the B site. White Noise do... aggress towards Banana more and try to get control of that. And I've talked about how like that can sometimes feel really important, having control of that part of the map. But it's something like UV1 like is comfortable letting people have. White Noise goes to contest it, and it works out sometimes. They ended up getting a trade. But here's Vampy finding Revelite in pit. Galifi though underneath balcony here. Alpha's gonna jump at him. Ooh, Galifi has control of the bomb, but he's down to 14 HP. Egglet finds Pike on the other side here. Galifi eventually taken down by Vampy, so that leaves Creative now by himself 1v3, likely to just save this M4.
Bomb has been planted.
Awesome stuff for UV1 to clutch out 5 rounds in a row here. Maybe force another eco. Get max loss bonuses activated for White Noise. So, we're in another situation where UV1's now up 2 rounds here. First lead of the game, I think. If I'm remembering correctly. My memory sucks. We've noted that in the stream before. Anything past like a round, I can't keep that in my brain. That's why, like, a round of Counter-Strike? 3 minutes? Is like perfect. I can't think longer. 2 minutes? Sorry. I couldn't even remember how long a round was. How long have I been counting Counter-Strike? Like 10 years? But... Oh, minute and 55, actually, if we want to be specific, I guess. But, still, that's how awful my memory is. I don't remember. I barely... If there wasn't numbers on the screen telling me the score and stuff, I probably wouldn't remember what the score was half the time. Whenever I played sports, I never knew what the score was. Because I just never bothered to sit there and think about it. Although, interestingly enough, when I played goalie, I would count my saves. So I would remember how many saves I made, and then calculate my save percentage after the game. Which is a stupid thing to do, by the way. It's so distracting. To have to spend so much brain power on just remembering how many saves you made. But anyway, neither here nor there. I mentioned hockey because I know there's some hockey fans here. We're Canadian, but, you know, Montreal had a good run in the Stanley Cup, so that got me hyped. But let's get back to Counter-Strike as we are a bit into this round. Just kept talking about hockey just because, you know, default heavy round. The first 55 seconds of this round, nothing happened. So I got the chance to talk about it. I gotta throw in a nade here. He's got himself into apartments. Here's a flash from Pike. Do they commit to hit here? 40 seconds left to go. They're through banana, but look who's through long. Is Vampy all the way here. Galifi in the middle of sight. They're starting to move forward now. He's surrounded it a bit. He's able to at least pick off one, but Naft and Vampy take down two. So numbers advantage now for White Noise. Or sorry, for UV1. White Noise now making their way here.
Has been planted.
Revlite firing through the smoke with his op. He, of course, wants to get stuff done with that gun. But potentially, do you save again? Yeah, you know you're broke. It's such a hard retake with an op. If you don't find the pick, UV1 winning every round of this half so far. Great round once again from UV1. Put some... That's 6 rounds in a row. They were down 9-6. Hey, remember when I was questioning whether you live over here? It does 40 damage. 41, I guess. Now I know that. I will try to remember that. Vampy leading the charge, 19 frags here. But really, again, it's been balanced. Deimos 18, Naf 17, even on the other side too. And it comes down to like who steps up in a random individual moment. We saw Revlite stepping up at times. We saw Creative have 2 absolutely monster rounds back to back. So that's what White Noise seems like they need. That's a nice nade. That's gonna at least help them out. Feels like the first time this half they've gotten a pick without like it being a trade, which is what you need on the CT side. Trades aren't good enough usually on the CT side. But here's Exit finds Galifi. Isn't able to pick up that frag though, does a little bit of damage. Deimos sitting here with the op looking for a pick for himself. Talked about wanting to try to find when he gets picks, but so does UV1. The T-side opper. Flash coming through for Naft. Flash running through, basically trying to see if they can bait out any more utility from White Noise on that side, but since they don't, they come back over here towards the A site. Here's a molly. Vampy stares at that fire. 30 seconds left to go as they wait to decide their timing on this smoke. Revlite, huge shot onto Vampy over top of Apps. Deimos gets his own, but Stitches also found another one. Revlite walks back in there, gets another one. But there's the dig from Deimos. Oh, does he know the one around the corner? I think he decided to risk it, that no one was there, to see if he can get the bomb plant, because he didn't really peek it. Because must have thought in that process, if I can rush, if no one's there, if I rush, plant the bomb, then I have a chance to set up. Because if you take that slowly, say no one's there and he takes it slowly, then he doesn't have time to get into a good post-plant situation. So in that like 1v2 at the end of the game, Deimos tries for a risky, just like quick run up the plant. But for someone being there, he gambles and loses that gamble. So that will be the first round win of this half for White Noise. And it couldn't come any sooner for them. They needed that one. UV1 though, still in a half decent money situation. Well, that's what you get when you win 6 rounds in a row. Flash is coming out. More patient. Coming up from UV1. Stitches backs away from the molly. Minute left to go in the round. Just smokes himself. Here's Deimos looking up through mid. 45 seconds left now. Creative found a little bit of a fight, but Vampy finds the first pick as he's walked in far up and taken one down. So they start committing members over to the A site with 30 seconds left on this one. Egglet leading the charge now. Getting one in pit, one on site. Ooh, 2 quick frags for White Noise as they pick off 4 members of UV1, leaving Deimos now all of a sudden by himself again. He gets... getting things done, though. Ooh, he fakes the plant so that he can come and kill a guy. It's now 1v1 here. Deimos gets his plant off. Creative ducks. Oh, he doesn't know he's right to his right. Good play by Creative to sneakily walk across the side there. White Noise bring it back to within 1.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists
Ooh,
win.
I was literally just before these 2-round wins, I was talking about, okay, we need an individual step up here. Maybe that's Creative. He's got himself 20 now. He's doing good and he's getting it done strong. So now money's starting to become a question for UV1. They can't really afford to lose too many more rounds. So pressure's on them, that's for sure. White Noise decided to play back more from Banana than maybe we've seen in previous rounds. Maybe then, yeah, them deciding that like fighting for it hasn't worked out for them. Here's some utility coming up towards this B site. Their molly hit towards going to force Creative into a different spot. Vampy through apps. Just waiting to see if he can find a pick. He's gone in so many in this game. Just on so many solo missions, he's got stuff done. Naft walking forward first. 40 seconds left now. Another smoke here. Do they wait out another smoke? Vampy's just getting picks. So they're starting to walk through here. Pike and Creative dealing with an attack here. Naft's going to pick up the first one. They're walking through fire here, but they're going to be able to get on site and plant the bomb. Vampy does eventually go down, but he got some damage done on the other side, of course. 4v3 here. Naft jumping up. Got himself a good spot. Does a decent amount of damage, but Revelite eventually peeks out and takes him down. Molly's gonna force Revelite over. Oh, he doesn't care. He walks through the fire to get that frag. He ends up dying for it, though. 2v2. Similar HP numbers. Leafy finds Egglet. Gets overwhelmed blood from both sides, but Creative grabs one more. Creative, is he gonna step up again? He goes for the defuse. Does Egglet contest it? Oh, Creative just looks away right when Egglet walks into his sights. And Egglet takes it down. There's the round stolen. White Noise down 11-13 here. Ooh, Heglet coming up clutch there in that one. Nade stack. Aggressive push here coming here. Alphight ready for it though. Alphight finishing off another one. Deimos helping to grab one more. He's looking to mid, trying to see if he can take out Creative. He's trying to spray at him. He will finish him off. 3 big frags for Alphight. He's looking for another one here. Is Vampy finding Galifi, and a quick round put together by Unexpected Victory put them to within 2 of winning this game. But now, Op on Revelite. Rifles being purchased. Absolutely key round for White Noise. It'll put it on match point, of course, if they lose. Match point, which they're going to have very, very awkward buy into it. Nade stack through apartments. White Noise choosing to play pretty far back here on this one. Until Vampy walks up to Apps and just finds someone. Revelite misses the shot. Creative flashing out him and Pike. Look through Banana, but no one there. Not quite yet. Vampy again in apartments, potentially find Revelite here. Oh, he saw his butt. He heard the op shot. He turns the corner, takes down the opper. Oh, he doesn't know the one in quad. Oh, but Naft comes out and helps him out. Vampy down to 4 HP, but he's still alive. Pike and Creative, last one standing there on the B site. They're moving on to A. Is Unexpected Victory. They will get this plant, and they'll put a huge amount of pressure on the White Noise. They gotta save these guns, right? They're gonna save these guns so they need it for the next round because they have such an awkward buy. They have 5 match points to deal with. 4. I can't do math. Very, very huge. Vampy coming in there with 2 giant frags. Naft even helping out to take out that last one right before Vampy was potentially going to go down here. It means a clean round for UV1. UV1's T side just hits differently. They're hunting. They're trying to finish them off. They're going to deny 1 rifle from White Noise. They got to do it with the 1 AK and whatever else they can buy. Timeout. This one, I imagine, is tack for White Noise. $25 frags for Deimos, 23 for Vampy. Both of them leading the charge, but they're joined by Naft with 19. Egglet with a clutch round here. Alpha contributing 14 as well. Tons of people working out here. On the other side, though, White Noise, Creative, and Revelate have both kind of taken turns of having really, really flashy rounds. But now they find themselves behind the 8 ball. 4 rounds behind Unexpected Victory. Can they make this comeback? Or will Unexpected Victory close this one out? They were able to afford some M4s, but less utility. And they got a scout on Revelate instead of an op. Revelate looking through apps. Here's a molly from Alphite. Vampy gets a huge pick on the other side of the map. Vampy, my dude, getting so much done by himself. But we are on the other side. Back again here. Pike picks off 1 more. He's still in a firefight here with Pike. Vampy ends up getting taken down on that other side of the map. Actions on both sides. That unfortunately we keep missing. Sorry, folks. Casting and observing is hard. I mostly leave it on auto director, but that was over manually me switching back and forth in that one and picking wrong. 3v4 for UV1. Very clutch round for White Noise if they end up winning this one. Of course, they have to win every round here on out to force overtime. That's 4 rounds in a row they have to win. Egglet waits for that fire to back away, and they start moving. Potentially moving towards the B side as they sneak past Arch. This is potentially a good hit here. 13 seconds left to go. 10 seconds left to go. They got to get onto the site. They got to get onto it fast. With only 5 seconds left, they're starting the plant. They get the plant down, but now they get defended against 3. Can Deimos and Egglet do this? This is their site. Egglet finds one more. 2v2. Deimos getting the other. It's only Galifi. He's got to save this for his team. Turns away from a flash. He's trying to look back and forth. Egglet finishes it off. Unexpected victory. Take down their former teammate in Revelite and win this one to improve to 11-1 now on the season. Unexpected victory, getting it done tonight. Losing the first half, they were down 6-9, and then were able to march their way back. They absolutely dominated so much on the T side, and then end up closing it out. I want to talk to Vampy here, largely because he did a lot on solo missions here on this game, and sometimes we talk about what he gets done there, and I just would love to hear from him on this one. Gigantic game and an awesome one. Extremely exciting as both teams were fighting it out. And it was a close one all the way until the end when UV1 pulled ahead. I'm now joined by Vampy. How you doing, my dude?
I was gonna swear, my bad. I'm fantastic.
That's good, bro. It's good. All right. So for first question I have is, I know sometimes you guys don't even think about who you're playing against. Did you guys know Revelite was in this game?
Of course.
Okay, all right. I was just wanting to question. I'm like, did they know? All right. So does that get you a little more? I know when I played sports, that got me hyped when I knew I was playing against the guy I used to play with, just because you just want to prove that, like, both sides want to prove something. Were you a little more hyped?
I'm not gonna lie, I was just kind of just sitting there like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, we have thoughts on like what he's gonna do. I wasn't really, phased in any type of way, because I know the player, know how he plays, know what type of peaks he's gonna make. I know what he's gonna try and tell his teammates to do to kind of counter some of our aggression. So it's just like mental thought process.
Yeah.
But I don't think any of the boys are kind of really shooken up. It was like, it's kind of just like, okay, we're playing him. That's about it.
Cool. And that's the interesting too, is it's not just a former teammate. It's a guy who was like an IGL who made calls for the team. So like you said, you probably knew what kind of calls he was going to make on this map that he liked a lot too when he was on this team. So that to me was extremely interesting, and it was really cool. So let's review the game a little bit here. So first half, it feels like they stole some rounds that maybe you guys, I think you felt like you should have won. Is that the feeling you guys had too?
I'm not gonna lie, me personally, I made my own errors, kind of just with their aggression kind of peeking into it and fumbling some of the picks that I should have gotten in order to like kind of assist my site mates. But like it was kind of just getting taken away from us in like the most unfortunate ways. You know what I mean? We had some miscoms on B. The fast B rushes were kind of just popping us off early off the site, so a lot of retakes had to happen, and we just missed a lot of early retakes as well. With I think there was one site retake where we had deagles and I just killed 3 people and I just missed the last one. And then there was one where I had a rifle, killed 2, and we just also missed the last one, as well as the timing with the kit and defuse. It was just minor errors that we kind of lost on, and then it kind of caused our CT to fumble.
Yeah,
so
that's fair. Yeah, it definitely felt like, like you're saying, exactly what you're saying. Like, there's minor areas, and like it does feel like these two teams were pretty excellently like lined up in terms of skill level with each other. So when you make minor errors, one team ends up with a better score. Like that seems to make sense, right? So yeah, they go up 9-6, but of course you guys rattle off 6 in a row on the T side like it's nothing.
It was no problem.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh man, yeah. Well, it was pretty nice to see you guys do it, and you did a lot of vampy things in this game. Unfortunately, like half this time, there's 4 people here, so I put the camera where the 4 people are, and they're like, "Oh, vampy killed someone on the other side of the map again."
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, like that's how we used to play, like a little bit more leave me on one end of the map and just be problematic.
Yeah.
Because like me and Egg kind of had choreographed things, in order to stop some of the peaks. Like
Right.
the second mid peak that Revelate usually does from middle to peak into alt mid.
Right. Yeah.
We threw out a bunch of flashes to counter that. We knew that he was going to peak the arch angle into middle to get another early pick. So we had a bunch of flashes designed pretty much to push that off.
Nice.
But then also there's a lot of apps aggression that he likes to call. So Egg was always throwing the long haul flash, and then one kid would aggress boiler, and then I would kill him, and then it was just constant back and forth of who we would pull out.
Cool.
And after we get a lot of early picks towards B, so it was just a lot of reads happened early, and then that gave man advantage, and we just got to take advantage of the round from there.
Yeah. It definitely felt old school. I know a few interviews I've had with you lately. It's like, oh yeah, lately it's been like you trust this team enough, you trust all your players enough that you don't always have to take charge. But this one, it felt a little classic vampy. You just going in there into apps and just getting stuff done. And the funniest one I thought was when, so if you guys review the tape, your whole team basically all in B was wide open, and it was actually just you messing up everyone in A. Because they were all there. In fact, and then there's a point where you're in the middle of the site, you throw out a smoke and you throw out some stuff. I'm like, they have to think the whole team's on A now because you got all these frags and you're throwing out all this utility. But yeah, B is completely wide open. Your team's still like, checking the corners and everything, making sure it's all safe.
Of course.
But it's just like funny from our perspective with perfect vision, seeing like this wide open sighted one guy doing nuts
and
stuff.
It's just like that type of situation. It's either me or Egg that kind of has one or two picks towards halls because like eventually they have to go searching like what's going on, what are they about to hit, and apps is usually the place that most teams go searching, and like me and Egg literally live in the thing. Like, we know the corners, we know the flashes, we know the mollies, you know what I mean? We just have certain things that we clear at specific times or even just feel based off feeling, and it just kind of wins us some of the rounds.
That's awesome, man. Well, congratulations on the big win. That's number 11. You guys are like, there's only one other team in the division with only one loss. So basically, like, you're 1 and 2 over here in this league, in this division. So really set up well for playoffs. So congratulations on the big win, and I look forward to some more, my dude. Tomorrow's the next game, right?
I appreciate it. Yes, indeed. Wednesday. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, awesome. So we'll see you tomorrow, my dude.
All right. We'll catch you tomorrow. Take it easy.
All right, folks. Absolutely monster game. I know we had some fans of the other team on this chat. Thanks for coming by. Your team put up a great fight. Like we were saying, they were up 9-6 and largely on like some mistakes that UV1 were kind of making in that first half, and you guys punished that, and you should be proud of that because you come on the other side. UV1 just kind of like played really strong, and I think White Noise, this is a team, man, if this is a future playoff matchup, which is plausible to happen depending on where people line up in brackets and blah blah blah, how all that kind of shakes out. Man, would I love to see this in a best of 3, because that would be absolutely nuts. Not even just because Revelite's on the team, but because just how everything kind of matches up. Because I do think this is 2 pretty closely matched up teams, and it was very exciting to watch. And, kind of excited to have a little bit of jabs coming in from the chat. I'd lay off on like a little bit of like the rumor spreading kind of stuff, but either way, just coming in and still just making noise and cheering for your guys. Hype up people more than trying to put people down. That's all I'm saying. In the chat, hype people up, and I'm cool with that. Folks, it was a fun one. I absolutely enjoy this. We are back, like we were just saying, tomorrow with more Unexpected Victory action right here on this channel. So that is Wednesday, I believe the same time. Yes, 9:30 Eastern time. So we will see you there, folks. I've been Johnny Esports this whole time, at Johnny Esports on everything. That's at JONNY Esports on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, basically anywhere you could find someone, as well as UV1 on Twitter at UV1_esports, Unexpected Victory on TikTok and Instagram as well. So check all those out. Of course, we have our Discord if you want to go home and hang out there. That's good stuff. It was a fun broadcast, folks. I look forward to doing it again tomorrow against Just Enough Salt. And we'll see if they have just enough salt to upset Unexpected Victory tomorrow. They're a pretty good team. They only have 2 losses. So, really, they're right beside UV1. All right. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.
Stereo promise to do